We need that confidence and that consistency that is necessary to win a national championship. And like I said, it starts tonight. It starts right now.
Are pouring into Segment Coliseum, and for a very good reason. It's going to be a third straight sellout here in the home of the Gym Dogs as number 4 Georgia hosts number 8 Michigan. The Wolverines are in the doghouse tonight, and we will see what's going to happen. Hello everyone, I'm Brian Trevor. We're glad you could join us. It's a tough ticket in this town here tonight, but it's going to be a great night of gymnastics, and I'm willing to bet that more than a few of the people in this sellout crowd have paid to see Olympic team captain Elise Ray versus Georgia's senior Kristi Lichey in the individual all-around.
Kristi's probably not thinking of Elise Ray, and you know, I would hope that our team is focused on themselves. But personally, I think it's great to focus on the opponents and who they have and want to beat them. I mean, that kind of emotion is really what you want. And, you know, gymnastics is different from some other sports because we don't have defense, we can't double team people, there's not a whole lot of strategy, but emotion can be a strong advantage. And so, you know, you can't have any emotion if you don't want to beat someone. You don't want to just beat an entity, Michigan, you want to beat Elise Ray. And I think that emotion's going to, you know, and that desire and the fact that she's on the team is going to pump everybody up that much more.
Well, we are looking forward to a great individual matchup here tonight, but it is a team sport. And we're at a point in the season where both teams are no doubt looking to what lies ahead of them rather than focusing on what they've already done this year. After all, they have their conference championships and even the nationals to look forward to, and both coaches know it.
Pretty much think that from here on out, we need to realize that everything counts and that we've got to put it together and demonstrate, you know, to ourselves, most importantly, that we're confident that we can do it and that we've got what it takes.
As far as I'm concerned, we should be serious at the first meet, the beginning of the season, and you know, we're not trying to hold our scores down to peak later. I mean, we think we should be scoring that now. We think we should have been scoring that. We just haven't put it all together yet, you know, all the events in the same meet, and it's just because of, you know, mistakes. It's not because of a lack of talent. So we've certainly not peaked too early. We certainly haven't even come close to peaking yet.
Joining me as always, national collegiate champion and Olympian Lori Strong-Ballard. Lori, we heard from the coaches, and well, maybe tonight is the night.
Well, Brian, gymnastics is a judge sport, and reputation is such a key factor. These two teams need to step it up and score a big one to prove to the rest of the nation that they can compete with the best.
And we are looking forward to that individual matchup, but these are two teams loaded with talent.
Well, Michigan struggled on balance beam last week, but they have their beam specialist back, Missy Peterson, so they will be stronger this week. Karina Senior also struggled a little bit last week, but she had a great week of practice, is refocused and ready to hit a big one. And two all-around athletes, keep an eye on our freshman from Georgia. Marlene Stevens is an incredible athlete. She's already hit 2 big all-around competitions. And Cory Fritzinger, she missed the Olympic trials by just a few spots. She has something to prove here. She wants to prove to herself that she can compete with the best, Olympians and all.
It is going to be an exciting night. There's a lot to see and a lot to look forward to. The first going to be flying Wolverines and Gym Dogs when we come back. Georgia will open on vault. Michigan opens on the uneven parallel bars, and in spite of their perfect record, high scores in the 197s have eluded them so far this year.
Tonight's meet is a big deal. You know, we need to not just win, but win big so that we have a lot of confidence and momentum going into next weekend against Alabama.
I think right now is the time that we need to start putting things together and actually getting the 197 instead of just saying, oh, we need to get a 197.
Georgia's lineup on vault includes 3 freshmen and 3 seniors. We will see Cory Fritzinger, who we mentioned at the top of the show, has a little something to prove and should be a factor in the individual all-around if she hits.
Suzanne said look out for her in the all-around. Her first event, the vault, will be tell-all.
Fritzinger up and over, steps out of it at the end. She'll get a small deduction for that.
But Brian, this vault was huge. Nice distance. She's just so pumped up right now, it's hard to hit that stuck landing.
Good score for Cory Fritzinger to open up with a 9.825. The Wolverines getting set to go on the uneven parallel bars, doing their little pep talk routine over there. And Coach Bev Plotke knows that tonight's the night for them too.
We realize that coming into Georgia's home and Georgia being the team that they are and having been you know, so good for so long and have so much confidence in their fans, that this is going to be a tough meet for us. But we have decided that, you know, we've got to make them earn it, and you know, we've just got to do the best job that we can do, make it a meet.
Michigan goes on the uneven parallel bars with a mixed bag of upper and lower classmen. A pair of freshmen will open up here, and they'll finish with freshman Olympic team captain Elise Ray. First, we're going to see a senior, Karina senior, Canadian.
Karina's putting together a fantastic year so far. She struggled last week, but had a great week in practice. Should be strong here. Line change, front giant, Healy right into her Jaeger. Very well done. Not many form deductions from Karina so far. Giant full, double back, a little long, and a slight hop on the landing, but a solid bar routine.
Very good for Karina senior, 9.85, and indeed the scores for Michigan have been very good on uneven parallel bars for their first several athletes. So they actually have a little bit of a lead over Georgia at this point in the first rotation. Keep in mind, Michigan has never beaten Georgia in 12 previous meetings. Chelsa Byrd in the vault.
Powerful vaulter. She jogs into a souk layout full. She was stuck to the mat, Brian. Incredible.
Very good finish and a very powerful start. She gets congratulations from Suzanne Yocklin and the entire team. And she's going to have a personal record and season best for this freshman at a 9.925. Another look.
It's a big vault, plenty of height and distance, and she hit that landing right on.
Coliseum as the Wolverines continue on the uneven parallel bars. We're going to get a good look at Bridget Knaeble.
An incredible bar swinger. She has such a nice array of elements. Nice combination work, upright half, free hip half, right in handstand. And take a look at this move, a sky-high Ginger. She defines major in major release moves.
Bridget Knaeble working the bars and under the watchful eye of the judges.
It's nice. Every pirouette's in handstand, and she nails the landing. A very clean bar routine.
And a big score, 9.975. The Michigan Wolverines continue to put big numbers on the board in this first rotation, while Georgia seems to be off a little bit. Let's take another look.
Take a look at the Ginger sky high. This is how you do it. It's the best Ginger I've seen in the country.
Big score for Bridget Knaeble, but if the Gym Dogs are going to get that 197, their senior leader, Kristi Lichey's the one that'll take it.
Competitiveness is just in my nature, and it's always there no matter what team I'm competing against. And I think that's a good quality, because no matter who I compete against, it's just that I'm in that zone. And I think that's a necessity for a good athlete to have.
You won't hear a lot of trash talking from Kristi, but inside she is so competitive. Performing the handspring front pike with a half, she opens it up. She almost flares that vault out. Incredible. Take a look at the distance down the mat that she got. Doug is loving that.
Vault coach Doug McGavin's the first to congratulate her. The rest of the team, including Suzanne Yocklin, over there as well. Take another look.
She did perform the pike half, but if you take a look at the end of her rotation, she does the half and almost opens it up to a laid out position to try and hit that stick landing. She wanted the 10.
Didn't quite get it, but nevertheless, pretty good scores down the line for Georgia. 49.200 for the first rotation. Lichey is going to finish up on the uneven parallel bars with Elise Ray, the freshman sensation.
Elise can perform some of the biggest difficulty in the world, but she's struggling with elbow and shoulder injuries right now. She has a little bit of a watered down routine, but even with a watered down routine, the difficulty is there and outstanding, and her form is impeccable. Two major release moves in a row, the hop full to reverse hex, straddle back two handstand, a third right in a row. You can tell she's a world-class athlete just by her body positions. Nice straight back in handstand. Beautiful, full twisting, double layout.
Very nice routine by Elise Ray. And when the score comes up, it should be a good one, 9.95. And that should be enough for the Michigan Wolverines to have the lead after the first rotation here in the home of the Gym Dogs.
Her toes are pointed the entire routine. Her legs are perfectly straight. There's really no form deductions, and the difficulty is there, although she's capable of more. Take a look right here. There's the hop full, a full twist above the bar, right into her reverse hack. She's right on that combination.
Elise Ray sets the standard with a 9.950. Bridget Knaeble a little better at 9.975. Their team total 49.525. And yes, by nearly a third of a point, these Michigan Wolverines are leading the Georgia Gym Dogs after the first rotation.